Alright, what's going on, chat? Today, we're recording a YouTube video. We're going to be ranking R6 operators as a gold player in gold lobbies. This is not going to be like 6 invitational level of R6. This is like gold lobbies, maybe below, maybe like plat. But this is like the average experience, what you're going to find in these lobbies, you know? Alright, so let's get started. We're just going to go from like top to bottom, you know? I'm going to like run through some of these and then like get more in depth with some of them. I don't want this to be like too long of a video. Okay, so first of all, we got Sledge. Sledge is going to go in like... He's like in between C, D. I'm going to put him in C for his gun. His gun is pretty good for an attacker. The main reason I'm not putting him in like D or F is because like the sledgehammer is really good for like making vert. In a higher rank, he might be higher. In like lower ranks, he might be higher. For gold, I'm putting him at C. Thatcher. No one ever plays Thatcher. There's a lot of utility operators that can like clear electronics or whatever now, but he's still the best for it. So I'm gonna put him in B tier. We also have like impact Thatcher grenades now. So like some like if you get lucky enough to have someone that's gonna play Thatcher, he's good. And his AR-33, one of the best weapons on attack. Absolutely love the AR-33, which you'll see why later. Next is Smoke. Smoke and Mute. Honestly, okay, we're gonna put Smoke in A and Mute in S. So first of all, you should always be playing like Mute or Smoke shotgun. Never really be playing like, you don't want to play the FMP because they have the SMG 12, or SMG 11. My bad. You want to be playing the shotgun as well, so that you can make rotates and like engage in close range gunfights. Smoke is like really good for plant denial and like keeping sight safe for at least like 45 seconds. And then Mute's obviously good for clearing out drones. Like, if you can disable them from droning and figuring out your location, it gives you a huge advantage over them. Because they're not able to just, like, quick peek and, like, guess your location immediately. Thermite. Thermite is going in C as well. I'll put Thermite in C. He's still a really good hard breaching operator. But his gun is not that good, and you'll rarely see him in gold lobbies because Ace exists. So why would you play Thermite? Let's see. Ash is probably gonna go, let's say A. The reason I'm not putting her in S is because sometimes you'll have Ash players on your team, especially in gold lobbies, that will run in and just die immediately. So it's a lot less likely that like it's like 50-50 you're gonna get a good Ash and you're not. So like I'm saying she's in between B and S, so I'll put her in A because the R4C is just like god tier and she's really good for clearing out utility and just like rushing into sight. Pulse is going in D. It's unfortunate, but like I feel like he's gotten a lot of nerfs, and like since this game is like essentially turning into Call of Duty, having something in your hand that's not a gun is not ideal. So the fact that you have to like hold his scanner out and like bleep 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 bleep, like you're gonna get like maybe a C4 kill, but then other than that, like his utility's not worth much. And it kind of sucks that you don't get an ACOG with his UMP5, like UMP for no reason, because Castle has a ACOG, and I think that Pulse should have it, but whatever. Castle, I'll put him in C. I'll put Castle in C tier. Actually, you know what? I'll put him in B. I think he just recently got that night skin, which is like pretty good. I see a lot more people playing Castle now, probably just because of the night skin or whatever he just got. But he's really good for like kind of capping off areas of the site, you know, like that you don't. He's good for like basically holding back the holding the defense, you know, where it is, and keeping the attackers from just like running in, you know. Monty, if you get a good Monty on your team, it can be like really good. I know Shields just got a nerf, which is why I'm not putting him in S tier. So like, if you have a good Monty on your team, in gold you will never like it, especially in solo queue, you won't have other people in comms. So like most of the time no one is playing Monty because like you're not getting the call outs that you need for Monty to be like relevant. And like even if I play Monty and I'm giving call outs, half of my team isn't in voice chat and they're not listening, so it's like it doesn't even matter. Let's see, Twitch. I see a lot of people playing Twitch now. I don't know if people are just like cheating on like PC. It's possible, but I mean, her utility's pretty good, but I don't see her being picked over other utility operators or other drones, like, because now there's like Brava drones and like other like Flores, so Twitch is like pick a little bit less than those two. Doc is going in S. The win rate for Doc right now is insane. He can just, I mean, because like you stim and you're back to full. And like you can res knocked teammates from range. He's in a really good spot right now, and especially in gold lobbies with the MP5 having an ACOG, Doc is like a must pick for defense. Rook, I want to put him like between B and C. I'll put him at like the top of C actually. He's definitely better in gold lobbies than in like high ranks, because like gold lobbies is where you're gonna find where people can't like finish players, you know? So it's like you can, when you get knocked and you have the ability to revive yourself, that's like really helpful. So I don't see him being played as much as Doc, which is why I'm putting him in C. I'd like, if you're playing Rook, you should probably just be playing Doc. So that's why he's going at C. Fuse. I don't want to put Fuse in F. I want to put Fuse in D. Nobody plays Fuse in gold at lobbies anymore. I mean, like maybe like 20% of the time. Like, so like you'll see him once every like 5 attacking rounds, because he's like, people just know how to deal with Fuse once you're in gold lobbies. So like there's no point. Yeah, Glaz is going in F. There shouldn't be a discussion about this. Let me just go ahead and take care of this right now. Callie is going in F as well. We should not be playing snipers in a one-shot headshot game. This is obvious. This has been known. This is known information. Okay, Tachanka. Let's see. Tachanka can be really good. He can be really annoying. If you're playing a good Tachanka that can like kind of hold sight off, then it's like, what do? You know, because like there's just fire everywhere and he has like so many Zoto canisters that there's not much you can do until like the fire clears. So I'll put him at C. I don't want to put him any higher because his gun is still terrible. So Capcan, we'll put it at Capcan in A. I haven't seen him as much recently, but like golds are still falling for Capcan traps, so Capcan is still an A tier defender to be playing in gold lobbies. Okay, let's see. Blitz. A good blitz will make an attack round. Like if I play blitz, like sometimes I play blitz, I'm not like a good blitz, but when I play blitz, it's usually like it works. So I feel like A tier. I don't want to put him in S, but I feel like A tier is fair. Put him like right alongside Monty. IQ. I don't know. In gold lobbies, IQ is not good. Like, you're playing IQ because you want to clear out utility, but in gold lobbies, it's just Call of Duty, and nobody like. By the time you're clearing out the utility, your team is either dead or like the enemy team is dead. So there's no point. Bandit's still really good. I'll put him in B tier. because he's not as good as Cade. Yeah, in gold lobbies, you'll see bandit tricking maybe once every 20 games. So like it would take 20 games of rank before you saw somebody like bandit trick. And I feel like that's fair because like in gold lobbies, again, nobody's communicating. So like if you're trying to bandit trick, you're most likely gonna get shot in the back. So there's no point. Just go Cade and then like try to hold it, or go Cade 2. It's easy, you know. Okay, let's see. Jaeger, bro, they massacred him, dude. It's really unfortunate. Like at this point, you should just be playing Wamai because, like the 15-second cooldown or whatever it is like decent, but all you have to do is burn them, and then you can do whatever you need to do. And also, his gun is trash now, so, I mean, yeah, he's not good. Buck is probably B tier. I see a lot of people play Buck. Buck is pretty popular in gold lobbies. He has a really good gun, and the skeleton key is a pretty good utility for like just getting in sight and like having general, because you can make vert with it. Yeah, I'm just gonna put him in B tier. He's pretty good. Okay, let's see. Frost. I feel like Frost B tier is fair as well, because like most players in gold lobbies are like aware enough to just shoot a frost mat, like as long as we know that they have a frost. So like you'll fall for it, like people will fall for it in like maybe 10% of the time. Like unless you're in like a silver bronze lobby as a gold, then most people aren't going to fall for your frost mats. Blackbeard. See, that's the thing is in like high lobbies or like he can be really good. He's on game, like on par. He's probably better. Yeah, he's probably like right next to S tier. His ADS time is like really low, and most of the time like the enemy team is going to be good enough in gold to like just headshot you instantly, like as soon as you put the shield down. So like really the only time he's good is if you have an Ashe or like a Monty that's distracting, and then you can like safely put your shield down and just get the kill instantly. So that's why he's like top of A, almost makes the cutoff for S, but not quite. Valkyrie is going, I mean, she's got to be, I feel like I want to put her in S almost. I think I'm going to, because like nobody shoots Val cameras in gold lobbies as long as you're not hard pinging. So I feel like she's super helpful, like super easy to use. And I mean, me personally, I have some pretty good Valk spots. As long as you're not like putting them, I know in like silver and bronze lobbies you put them like in between reinforcements, but like that never works in gold lobbies. So you have to like find good spots for them. But if you have good spots for them and aren't red pinging, then usually they'll serve, like the Valk cams are helpful. Capitao, Capitao's going to C. He's mid. Everything that he has, somebody else has, and it's like almost better. Like Brava has smoke grenades, and Brava has the Para 308. So like the only reason you would play Capitao at that point is for the fire, which is like only good in like post plant denial or clearing someone from like a position that they're holding, which is useful 5% of the time, and he's never played in gold lobbies. Never. Cav's going in B. Cav's going in A. I'll put it Cav in A. I was trying to decide. She's like right in between. She's like almost... She's definitely above C, but she's like almost B tier, because like in gold, if you're playing Cav, like most people are gonna roam clear, and you won't be able to like get a kill. But if you're able to rat, like significantly rat for like till the end of the round, if at least one of your teammates stays alive long enough, then you can get like a 3K or something. Like my other videos, I've gotten like 3 or 4 with Cav because my team is like good enough to like stay alive until the last 20 seconds, and then once the attackers only have 20 seconds, then it's pretty easy to like just get kills and get an interrogation, and then it's over. Like you can just win the round. Hibana is also, I'm debating putting Hibana at S tier. I'll put her at A tier though. She's the best for getting hatches. Easily the best for getting hatches. And then like, since you can like split up how many of her Kiba, or not Kibas, but like pellets are shot, then it's like really good for getting hatches, really good for making line of sight for like defenders. Echo drones. Echo, I don't see Echo as much in gold lobbies. Like he's usually either played in like lower lobbies because enemies are really bad at attacking, or he's played in really high lobbies because he's really good at denying plant. And he has an ACOG right now, which makes him pretty good. But yeah, so I don't feel like he deserves to be in C, D, or F. But yeah, I don't want to put him that much higher. Okay. Jackal, I'm putting Jackal in C. Most of the time, Jackal is still getting banned in gold lobbies. So it's hard to like rank him with other operators. But like even if he's not getting banned, nobody picks him. Because most of the time, even if you can like get somebody's footprints, like they're just gonna run away, and then like you don't get the kill. Mira's an S tier op. Mira in gold lobbies is really useful. If anything, it just creates more for the enemies to have to clear out, and if you can keep the Miras till the end of the round, they're too helpful for denying plant and everything like that. So it's like you have to play Mira. Ying's bad now. She got nerfed. Her gun's not that good. In gold lobbies, nobody's playing Ying unless you're going for like a rush, in which case your team has to know that you're rushing. And since most of the golds don't communicate with each other, your team's not going to know. So then you'll just like rush in. Maybe you'll get a pick, but then you're going to die. Lesion is S. I love where Lesion is at right now. I feel like his ability is pretty solid and like balanced. And he has a shotgun. And his primary is a laser. And it's amazing. Bro, I gotta take this jacket off. I'm like sweating right now. Okay, that's better. Okay, next on the list, Zofia. I don't really want to take that much time on this one. Nobody plays Zofia. Just play Ashe. Ella. I see Ella be played significantly more, but most of the time people are either cheating or they just have really bad aim and are just using her for the like mines. Dokkaebi is gonna go in B. Her gun is like the boss G is really good. Most of the time she'll get banned, or she's either getting banned or she's getting played. Like if it's not banned, then one of your teammates is gonna play Dokkaebi if you're not playing Dokkaebi. And boss G is really good. Her ability is really good. You know what? Actually, yeah, I'm gonna put her in A. I'll put Vigil at B though. Because like boss G is not as good on defense. And I just see a lot more people like Because there'll be people roam clearing, so you're most likely going to die to an Ashe or somebody else, you know? Okay, let's see. Lion. Lion is C. I'll put Lion with Jackal. You know what? Lion's better than Jackal, though, so I'll put him in B. A lot of people... Lion is actually pretty frequently played in gold lobbies for, like, clearing out the roam, you know? Because then, like, how can you roam as a defender if you're just, like, if your position's just getting pinged, like, all the time? Okay, Finka. Finka's, like, C. When she originally got buffed and, like, now she heals everybody, like, everybody was playing Finka, but now that, like, there's other operators, I mean, people just don't play support in gold, and I feel like Finka is more of a supportive role because, like, the Spear 308 is not as good as other attacking weapons, so, like, someone would rather play Call of Duty and go a good gun than play Finka and heal your teammates. So it's like chalked. Alibi. So I know in like higher ranks, Alibi is really good. Nobody plays Alibi in gold. Nobody. I haven't seen Alibi be played in like at least the last like 30 matches I've played of ranked. Maybe more. I'm not sure. Maestro is going in C. He is solid for like plant denial and dealing with shields, and like as long as you're able to like keep your cameras safe from defenders, he's like really good. And like I mean he's like almost as good as Valkyrie because yeah, so I'll move him up actually. I'll put him in B because I think he's like on par with like Echo. Maverick. I know Maverick is like really good, but in gold lobbies, nobody uses Maverick. And his gun is really good too. But I'm going based on like what I see people play and like what I see people do well with, and like nobody plays Maverick. Nobody does well with Maverick. At least not in gold anyway. And like you can say maybe that's why I'm not ranking up. Maybe I need to play Maverick, but whatever. I mean, I won't know because I'm not going to play Maverick. Oh, Clash. Clash is going to be. Clash is really good now. Actually, I'm going to put Clash up here with the other shield ops. Because of her buff, like the buff / nerf to shields, buff to Clash, where her shocks will like consistently break a shield's sight. She's the best counter for like Blackbeard, Montague, and Blitz. And if you know how to play Clash, then you could win or lose your team the round for sure. And like I know I said earlier that nobody's communicating in gold lobbies, but even if you're playing Clash and like yellow pinging for your team, that might be helpful enough to win you a round, you know. Nomad, she's all right. I don't see very many people play Nomad in gold lobbies. She's good for flank denial, but other than that, I mean, that's her only, like, that's her whole stick. Her guns are, like, mid, so, yeah, I'll put her at D. Cade is better than Bandit. In gold lobbies, everybody, like, most people are playing Cade over Bandit. Like, his Electric Claws, I mean, it speaks for itself, you know? Like, if you play Rainbow Six Siege at all, like, you'll know, like, Cade Tube is, like, the meta right now for defense. Like, for denying hard breach, it's the meta. So, I'll put him in A. Gridlock. This is an interesting one. Not a lot of people play Gridlock in gold lobbies, but I feel like she's really good. Like, she's better at flank denial than Nomad even, because, like, with Nomad, the person, like, the defender just hits the Nomad, and then you still have to, like, react and... Like, if you don't get the kill right in that 2-second period where the, like, defender gets knocked back, then it's kind of like, now you're alerted to the defender's position, but you're still taking a 50-50 gunfight with the defender. Whereas with Gridlock, the defender has to clear a, like, barrage of spikes before they can start the gunfight with you. So like when they fire that first bullet or like hit the first spike, as long as you hear it, then you can like prepare for that gunfight and kind of like push on their position. That way, while they're destroying the rest of the spikes, you can just push them and they're dead. Mozzie, Mozzie is C tier. He's bad. I mean, he's not like, he's in the bottom 50% of operators, obviously. I mean, not very many people play him, and when they do play him, they play him for the P90. I think that's what the gun is called. Like, and because if you're using the other weapon, then you're just gonna be using the defender version of recruit, whatever that is now, whatever that is called now. And his pests are, I mean, he got buffed. He has 4 of them now. Like before, I would have put him in D tier, but now that he has 4 of them and you can like clear drones, I'll put him in C tier. Like I said, most of this game now is just like gunfights. So having that many cameras is not as useful as, like, you just go Valkyrie. Just play Valkyrie, and then you can have your cameras in like a better position than you would if it was just a drone. And if you're playing drones, then just play Echo, because his drones are better. They have more like you can deny plants with Echo's drone. Nook. D. Nook is like decent in gold lobbies. Most of the time you're just playing her for the FMG9. Like the FMG9 on attack is really good. But since they nerfed her ability, she's like less people are falling for it because nobody gets on camps in gold lobbies. So we can still hear Nook, you know? We can still hear you pushing if you're playing Nook. Warden. I feel like Warden's the same level. I feel like he's on the same level. Like people know how to deal with Warden. Like you know what, actually he's gonna go 1 up. I'll put him in C. Because people know that if you flash a Warden, he's not gonna be blind, so they'll just wait until it's either like deactivated or they'll just take the 50-50 gunfight with Warden. And like most of the time you can win that gunfight as long as you're like peeking him and he's not expecting it or something. Amaru is definitely A tier. Amaru can win or lose rounds in gold lobbies because if your team knows what they're doing, and like even if you're not all communicating that you're rushing, if last round your team rushed site, even if everyone died last round, as long as your team is stupid again and rushes, but you play Amaru this time, then it might work and you're better off, you know? So it's like, it depends on your team, obviously, but Amaru's pretty good if your team is like that kind of team. Goyo's S tier. The Vector is in meta right now. Goyo's really good for, like, I feel like Goyo in gold, the same principle applies that applies in like Pro League or just like Champion, like any of the higher rank where Goyo is used. Like it's the same principle. He's really good at playing, like at denying space. His fire lasts for like ever, and he like it just adds a level of like attackers have to pop Goyos before they can like take sight, you know? So it's like it's easier to like defend the site when you're playing Goyo. Well, wherever I put, okay, Jaeger, so yeah, Wamai is like probably B tier. Wamai is a really good player for like a lot of things now. Since a lot of people play Ashe, he's good for denying like the Ashe charges and everything like that. And like I feel like it's good to, instead of disabling grenades, you're like pulling them so like at least I know where to put Wamai so that like maybe it'll hit the attacker that threw it instead of just like getting absorbed above a doorway. Like maybe instead of putting it above a doorway, you'll put it in front of the stairwell, and like the defender or the attacker's still probably not gonna shoot it, but then that way they might hit their own like get hit by their own grenade instead of it just going up to the doorway instead of into the room. Ion is bad. I'll put her in D tier because of her gun. She has like the G86 or whatever it's called that Ashe also has, and that's the redeeming quality of Iona. Her ability is not that good because, like I said, nobody in gold lobbies communicates, so really there's no point in like just throw a drone. Why use a clone? Just throw a drone. Oryx is bad. Like other than like he has Legion's gun. Other than that, you shouldn't play Oryx. Like you should play Cav before you play Oryx, definitely, especially in gold lobbies. Ace is an easy S tier. He's 100% an S tier operator. You will have an ace on your team 9 times out of 10 in every attacking round. There will be an ace on the team because AK-12 is really good, and his ability is really good, and he has claymores too and breaching charges. Like claymores on attack in gold lobbies, claymores are really good. People fall for claymores all the time in gold lobbies because people get horny and they'll just run out. So you'll hit them with the claymore. It's good. So yeah, Ace is definitely S tier. Melusi. I feel like Melusi is S tier as well. A lot of people play Melusi. She has a good utility. She has an MP5, which is a really good gun. I don't think she has ACOG actually, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I'll go on strike and say that Melusi needs an ACOG. But her utility is really useful in gold lobbies because it'll like slow the defender down, and they have to turn to shoot the Melusi, which means that if you can catch them off guard while they're doing that, it's just like based on siege timing. Like if you can get the siege timing to be on your side for them to be like ADSing while you peek them, it's perfect and you're going to get a free kill. 0. I feel like 0 is A tier. He's kind of similar to like Valkyrie on attack. And like I said, if you're communicating with your teammates, 0 could be S tier if you're communicating with your teammates. But like I said, gold lobbies, you're not communicating with your teammates. So I'll keep him at A tier. If anything, like you're either giving the enemies something that they have to shoot, or you're giving your team camps. So it's like, he's pretty good. And the fact that he has a laser so he can maybe clear a utility or clear a bandit off a wall or something, that just adds to it. Aruni is also going in A tier for no reason other than her gun. The DMR on defense is insane. And so you should definitely consider Aruni on defense because the DMR is just insane to have. I feel like I'm missing Tubarao on this list. So Tubarao would probably go in S or A. I love the AR-150. It is a really good DMR. And so I feel like that alone puts him at A or S. And his utility, like I said, when paired with Cade, like it just means that you can pretty much defend a hard breach the whole round. Flores. Okay, I'm going to get a lot of heat for this one. Flores is S tier. I absolutely love the AR-33. And in gold lobbies, Flores is super useful at clearing utility. Golds don't shoot drones. Especially, they just don't. I mean, maybe 30% of the time someone will shoot your drone. And, if that happens, you're probably in a game with higher ranks. But if you're in a ranked game with other golds or lower, nobody's shooting your drone and you can just clear utility and it's really useful. And AR-33 is one of the best attacking guns. So he's an S tier operator. I play Flores a lot. Thunderbird. Thunderbird is. I am gonna put Thunderbird in S tier as well. Thunderbird stations are really good right now. They're in a really good position with the buff and everything. And also the Spear 38 or 308 on attack is not good. On defense, it's good. If you're like able to hold an angle as a defender with the 308, it's a lot better than swinging an angle. Like, I don't know why, but holding an angle with the 308 is definitely better than swinging an angle with a 308. I don't know if that's the recoil pattern or what. But yeah, having a 308 on defense is a lot better than on attack. Osa. I'll put Osa in B. She's a little bit better than like if this was like 5 out of 10 was like in between B and C, I would put Osa at like a 6 or a 7. So I'll put her at B. A lot of people in gold lobbies know how to throw. I mean, most of them will throw a nitro cell or an impact grenade, and Osa will die. So I see Osa played like maybe once every 10 ranked games. Like, it's not that often. And when I do see her played, most of the time it's just like you're just gonna get nitro celled. So there's no point. Play a different op. Play like Monty or Blitz or Blackbeard. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Thorn. I want to put Thorn in A or B. I think B. Her gun is like decent and her utility is decent. Her traps are pretty deadly, especially in gold lobbies. I want to say they're definitely not better than cap cans though. Like, if people are dying in your lobby to Thorn, then you should play cap can because they will definitely die to your cap cans. I feel like the only reason that Thorn might be a little bit like better than cap can would be her gun, but her gun is only good because it has very little recoil, and in gold lobbies people have a hard time controlling their recoil. So I feel like that's the only reason that people even play Thorn. Alright, let's see. Azami's A tier. I don't see her played as much in gold lobbies as she probably should be played. But when she is played, she is like very helpful. But like I said, I play Flores, and like as a Flores, it's really easy to just delete all of the Kiba barriers in the first minute of the round, and then she's just using Capcan's gun without his ability. Like, so like you might as well be playing Capcan at that point. Sens is F. Nobody plays Sens in gold lobbies. Not a single person. I haven't seen a Sens played in 50 ranked matches at least. So, like, I mean, his gun is like good from what I've seen in like Pro League, but nobody plays him in gold lobbies, which is what I'm basing this tier list off. So yeah, I'm putting him in F. And that, like, hot take maybe, but I don't really care. It's the truth. I don't know why my PC just went black, but whatever. Grim is definitely A tier. I play Grim on attack. He's really good. The 552 camo is really good gun. And his ability is one of the best abilities on attack because you can just like deny defenders from pushing you, or you can either deny them from pushing you so that you can like plant or whatever, or you can push them out of their position so that you can take space, which is also really good. Next would be Solus. I want to put Solus. Yeah, I feel like Solus and Pulse kind of go in the same. Before her nerf, I would have put her at like B or A, but since the nerf, nobody plays Solus. Her gun's just not that good. And like they removed impact grenades, so it's like there's literally 30 other operators you could play that are better than Solus. Brava, last but not least, is Brava. I'll put Brava at A. if I'm gonna put Flores at S, I should probably put Brava at A, because her drones, like I said, nobody shoots drones in gold lobbies, and her drones are really useful at I mean, clearing utility for your team, but also creating things that the defenders have to then worry about. So like if you hack a Maestro cam, then the defenders have to worry about it. And it's especially helpful if the team doesn't know that you have a Brava and they don't know that you've hacked the Maestro cam, because then you'll just catch people off guard. Like they'll just be sitting in front of the cam and you can just shoot them at least like 3 or 4 times and deal like a quarter of their HP before they even realize what's happened. So yeah, I feel like Brava's really good. Yeah, overall, this is like definitely a solid tier list. I mean, I don't know how other people would I don't know how other gold players would rank these operators, but I feel like most gold players would agree with this list. It's like pretty universal for gold ranks. So if you're in a gold lobby, playing somebody in the S or A tier is definitely the safest bet. Like if you should be playing a Doc or a Mute or a Valkyrie or Legion or Goyo or Ace. Like if you're not, then start, because these are the ops that you're gonna want to play. These are the best ops right now. This is what's in the meta. Like the only reason. Okay, you know what? Let me backtrack. Warden is gonna go in A tier. SMG 12. Let me just fix that. I don't even know if Bandit or Vigil has an SMG 12. He might, but everyone with an SMG 12 is going in A tier because SMG 12 is in meta right now, and even golds can control an SMG 12 recoil, and enough to just land instant headshots on you. So yeah, other than that, this is like a solid tier list, dude. I'm pretty happy with this. Let me know in the comments if you guys like agree or disagree. I'd be interesting to see, and like comment your rank as well, because like I'd be interested to see if there's like silvers or like plats in the chat in the comment section that like would disagree with something that I've put here. But yeah, this is what I think for golds. Let me know if y'all disagree. Yeah, and like hit the subscribe button,